WOCA.
Ocala.
Yeah, all right, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. It is June 8th, 2015. Thank you for tuning into The Source, WOCA, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA Commissary.
Yeah.
Also known as, albeit less affectionately, the food court.
Exactly.
Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good. Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Pretty good. 67 degrees here at the studios of The Source at the Paddock Mall. Today's highs in the lower 90s. Not bad, huh? Partly cloudy skies. Lows tonight around 70.
Beautiful Monday.
No mention of rain in today's forecast, but there is tomorrow and Wednesday. We had rain over the weekend.
Yep. Yeah, it poured.
Couple of places, right?
Couple branches came down at my place. You moved them for me.
Couple of branches, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what we're doing this morning. At 7:35, Stacey McDaniel is coming on. The kids are out of school, and the kids who are not as fortunate as the other kids have an opportunity to get some food through the YMCA.
Yep.
Right? And so Stacey McDaniel is coming on. She's the technical advisor for the Food and Nutrition Support Program at the YMCA, and she'll be telling us about that program. Not bad.
No, good program.
It's a short interview. She'll be on for about 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I guess we'll talk about some of the things in the news. One of them is, I guess we'll do something on the serious side, huh?
Okay, that sounds good.
Hillary Clinton accused the potential Republican presidential rivals, like Jeb Bush and Scott Walker, of trying to make it more difficult for millions of Americans to vote. Laying down this is the subject we had the other day about the 20-day early voting.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of other things that are not quite as serious, but we'll see what we get to.
Well, she could have done that when her husband was in office, too, and fixed it then.
She couldn't have.
No, but he could have.
8:35, that's when we turn off our opinion and simply read the news in short form. It's our way of getting the news back into news talk. It's your way of catching up on the news without spending all day trying to do that. Mm-hmm. Bern Pareso always brightens our day on Mondays. She'll be in at 9:05. She is our medical correspondent, and she's also the president of Good for All, Inc.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
So we'll be listening to what she has to say. 9:35, Michael Kep. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. But anyway, he's labeled as a Renaissance man.
That's right.
He's from Spokane, Washington. Do you say Spokane? Spokane.
I think it's like tomato and tomato. It all depends.
Leaves of Fire is a book that he has written. He's talking to us about that book, Leaves of Fire.
Okay.
Matt Gibbs at 10:05. He is our go-to guy for cars. I have a GPS system. Mm-hmm. The GPS system is designed to tell me, where to turn right, etc., and turn left. It's kind of cool technology. I know I'm late in the game with this thing, but
it's cool.
Trust me, I'm late, but I'm there. So anyway, so the other day I had it in my car, and it started giving me all these statistics about my engine. It said that it looked like the battery was good. It was giving me all these like diagnostic information.
Yeah, that was.
I have no idea how it got there. And I went on Google, I went on YouTube to see if anybody else had discovered this, and they certainly had. And there's one screen that's like the mystery screen. Nobody knows what it is. I remember that screen.
Yeah. It's like, it's like when you when you're tripping on LSD, it looks like that. Wow.
I wouldn't know. But anyway, so I'll tell Matt about that. Not that he would know. He might not know even what that is. Andy Matchett at 10:35. Andy will be in the studio. Andy is also known as Johnny D.
Yep.
From Johnny D and the Starlights. They are performing in concert at the Ocala Civic Theater, and their show is going to be on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, June 10th.
Yep.
And also on Thursday, June 11th. And so Andy will be here. He's Johnny D.
Yes, he is.
Johnny D will be here.
He's cool.
Linda Mornell is a registered nurse, and she's coming on at 11:05 to talk to us about the Summer Search program. It's the Summer Search organization, providing disadvantaged young people with life-changing and challenging summer opportunities.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Blessed by His Holiness is part of this, too. The 14th Lami Dama.
Yeah.
It's Monday. Dalai Lama. Lami Dama.
Yeah.
The Lami Dama.
Blessed her program. Yes, he did.
I don't even think my mouth is working yet. This is the problem.
Yeah, that's Monday.
Anyway, forever changed how summer programs and insight mentoring challenge adolescents and transform lives. I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Fun with Joe today. I am depending on Joe today
you are.
to utilize his skills of, what do you call it when somebody can do somebody else's voice? What was Rich Little? What was he? An impressionist?
The impressionist.
I'm
that's it.
depending on Joe to use his impression skills. Specifically with Homer Simpson. Because all of the questions I have today are Homer Simpson quotes.
Oh,
I will read you the quote and leave out a blank or two. You guys have to tell me what Homer Simpson said.
Oh, cool.
And then I think it'll be fun if once we find out what Homer said, that if Joe would just allow us to hear what it might have sounded like.
Okay. Joe's really good at that.
There's a lot of money in voiceovers, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, Jim Meskimen, he's at the top of our list.
Somebody
He's
would
been
know.
on-
Yeah.
I mean, he knows. He goes to Italy all the time, so.
I'm not so sure I get the connection.
Well, Jim Meskimen.
Oh, I know.
Is the impressionist.
I know he's an impressionist, but
And
I don't.
you said that there's good money in there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then I went on to elaborate. I was trying to make a joke, but it didn't work.
So in other words, if you go to Italy, you must be rich.
Exactly.
Got
I
it.
can't afford it.
Got it. Well, yeah, good point. Underrated amusement parks. We always talk about the big ones here in Florida, and we're not the only state that has amusement parks.
No.
There are some underrated amusement parks out there, and I have a list of them, so I'll do that when Galen is on the phone with us this morning.
Okay.
In the news this morning, let's see real quickly, we had a tragic accident yesterday morning. I went out to do my laundry, and and I had a detour, and I could tell that there had been a bad accident on 17th Street, and 2 people died in that accident, and the third person was critically injured. So say prayers for that third person, and as well as for the families of the 2 who died. An 86-year-old woman died. Her name is Thalma Sharbaugh. And an 17-year-old young man died. We don't know his name. The 18-year-old driving the car that the 17-year-old is in critical condition. His name is Cedric Pinkney. So anyway, say prayers, please, for those people. Hate those kind of stories. Hate news. All this talk about self-driving cars and the fact that they won't get into accidents. I know it's kind of almost like a pipe dream, but the truth is, everybody likes to drive,
Yeah.
But
Sure.
but the truth is, if we actually have the technology to make it so that we can travel and have no accidents, it's kind of probably a pipe dream to say no accidents, but maybe very, very few. I don't know.
Or if people pay attention while they're driving and don't
Well,
just allow themselves to be distracted.
We've tried this. This doesn't work.
Yeah,
We've
doesn't.
tried it. People. Yesterday we saw this guy tailgating another guy for no real reason.
Yeah.
Right on a curve. Anyway, so.
Yeah, he was inches away, too, literally.
Also in the news, an 11-year-old boy was bitten by a shark at Cocoa Beach yesterday.
Gosh.
On his calf. It's like the worst shark bite they've seen in a long time. He's okay, though. He's recovering. But anyway, that was kind of scary.
Very scary.
They said the shark was 4 feet long. That's big enough to cause damage, right?
Yeah, and,
obviously.
And sharks are found in like 2 feet of water. So
he was waist deep.
Waist,
So
yeah.
an 11-year-old boy, he's not that tall.
No, it's usually 2 feet. That might be 2 feet up to his
Yeah,
waist,
maybe,
right?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but some people think that sharks don't get you unless you're out there where you can't touch the water. Wrong.
All right.
Sharks come all the way up.
So those are the things. Today is National Best Friends Day.
Oh, nice.
So go spend some time with your best friend.
There you go.
Today's National Name Your Poison Day.
Ooh.
It's a bartender phrase. I guess it's a day to go name your favorite drink.
That's right. Order.
It's also National Upsy Daisy Day.
Oh, now that sounds like fun.
National Upsy Daisy Day is set aside to encourage you to face the day positively and to get up gloriously, gratefully, and gleefully.
See, we do that.
Good morning. Have a good morning.
Good morning. That's right. Exactly.
Real quickly, before we get to the break, I got about a minute to tell you about Caladesi Island. We went to Caladesi Island over the weekend to practice our music.
Yeah. Fun.
Caladesi Island is part of the state park system, and you have to get to it by boat. And here's what I want to tell you about. This is off Dunedin, so it was about a 90-mile drive. And you get to the Honeymoon State Park, whatever it's called.
Yes.
Honeymoon Island State Park, and then you take a ferry across. It's about a 3.5-mile boat ride, and they say 20 minutes. I don't think it was 20 minutes.
No.
But anyway, here's the interesting thing about the island itself. The island was part of the whole Barrier Island thing down there, and then a storm came through in 1921, a hurricane, and split it apart, and it became an island.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
And then, I looked this up, I don't remember the guy telling us on the boat, but then in 1985, another hurricane came through, Hurricane Alina, and it closed off one of the passages, so technically, whatever this island is part of the Clearwater Beach Island, so
yeah.
it is an island, but it's part of something else. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Gary Baumgarten. Authorities continue to hunt 2 convicted murderers who escaped from a New York State prison.
Governor Cuomo says it may have taken days for the prisoners to execute, the state offering a $100,000 reward for any information leading to the capture of these convicts, who authorities warn are very dangerous.
Fox 5 New York's Stacey Delacat says they used power tools to escape and left a note behind which reads, "Have a nice day." A prison employee being questioned. Violence at a sold-out New Jersey hip-hop concert. The gates rushed by those without tickets, so cops didn't let anyone in. Some with tickets inadvertently penalized.
People been standing out here for over 3.5 hours just trying to get into a concert that they paid their money for, and they wouldn't let us in. The way they treat us is like animals. I'll never do this again.
Arrests reported, also at least 1 state trooper reportedly hurt. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from foxnews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Loco Graphics would like to invite you to their second location on 200 next to Sonny's Barbecue. They are officially open to help you out with all your sign, vehicle wraps, and printing needs. Visit them and mention this ad for free business cards. Need a logo? We've got you covered. From business cards all the way to menus and flyers. Now 2 locations to better serve you. On Merricamp, half a mile east from Forest High School, and on 200 by Sonny's Barbecue. Loco Graphics, impacting your customers. Like us on Facebook.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
WWOCA,
Your source for the #1 sports weekends, Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
Loco Graphics would like to invite you to their second location on 200 next to Sonny's Barbecue. They are officially open to help you out with all your sign, vehicle wraps, and printing needs. Visit them and mention this ad for free business cards. Need a logo? We've got you covered. From business cards all the way to menus and flyers. Now 2 locations to better serve you. On Merricamp, half a mile east from Forest High School, and on 200 by Sonny's Barbecue. Loco Graphics, impacting your customers. Like us on Facebook.
La Familia Pizzeria has moved into Ocala. Stop by today at 2504 Southeast 17th Street and see for yourself what everyone is talking about.
Awesome place. I never get pizza anywhere else.
Great New York style pizza and dishes.
Best pizza in Ocala.
One trip and you'll agree La Familia Pizzeria is the best. La Familia Pizzeria. Stop by for a pizza that you'll love or call in and order yours for pickup. 352-245-2419. La Familia Pizzeria.
All right, 24 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking Monday morning. Stacey McDaniel has not called in from the YMCA, so let's just, on her behalf, just say this, that there is a program. Let me tell you the website. It's for summer food for children. It's called, the website is ymca.net/summerfood. So I think her main point of coming on anyway was to tell us about that program. Yes. So I think it's self-explanatory. You don't really need a whole lot of information. Mm-hmm. Also, there's a ribbon cutting ceremony this coming Friday at Wild Waters at noon. Wild Waters, of course, is in Silver Spring State Park. And let's see, they're telling you to welcome in the summer with this ribbon cutting.
Yep.
From updated rides and attractions to new park improvements and events, the park is back and better than ever. That's what it says here. So the ribbon cutting guests will get a special voucher to be used at future visits in addition to a lunch and a tour of the updated facilities.
Nice.
Now that's a ribbon cutting.
Yeah, I'll say.
All right, so mark it on your calendar, noon on Friday. Mm-hmm. Go to Wild Waters, be part of their ribbon cutting ceremony, and get a special voucher for future visits. I have no idea how much it's worth. Plus a lunch and a tour of the facilities. Not bad.
Exactly. But you probably have to pay the $8 per carload entrance fee because it's a state park.
Okay, could be, yeah.
Yeah, so do have to pay some kind of money to get in there.
All right. So, so real quickly, just to tell you what I tried to squeeze in at the end of the last segment. We went to this place called Caladesi Island down off the coast of Dunedin, and Caladesi Island is just a beautiful beach. You don't really have to take a boat to get there. You could take the bridge that takes you to Clearwater Beach and then just walk along the beach, but I think it's like a 1.5 mile walk.
Yeah.
So it's a long walk. But if you go to the Honeymoon Island State Park, whatever it's called, just north of it. Then you take a ferry. It's kind of a nice kind of experience.
Yeah.
You get to this beautiful white sandy beach. Beautiful.
Not your car, though. It's not a car ferry.
Right.
It's just for people. You leave your car in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then you get on the boat.
But anyway, so you the historical part of it is what I wanted to share with you, is the fact that the stretch of the Barrier Island that is Clearwater Beach, Caladesi Island, and then the Honeymoon Island, whatever that thing is called up there, that was all one big thing at one time. And then a hurricane came through in 1921 and split it into 3 pieces. And then another hurricane came through in 1985 and kind of put the 2 pieces back together, the Clearwater Beach and the Caladesi Island part. So it is still part of a bigger island, but it is accessible by bridge if you want to take that long walk.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was just fun.
And you can fit your coolers and your lawn chairs and everything on that boat, too. So it's
And your
really
accordions,
nice.
if you happen to have.
Exactly. And mandolins. You can get everything.
All right. Let's see. This is an interesting story. Listen to this. We'll get to the Hillary thing in a second. Oh, we got plenty of time because the lady didn't call. There's a group of tourists being blamed for a deadly earthquake in Malaysia because they stripped down to nakedness.
Oh, of course. That'll do it every time. That'll get the earth rumbling.
The Malaysian government says it is barring some of its foreigners from leaving the country. They're taking this. This is serious.
Gee.
They're banning them from leaving the country for allegedly causing a sacred mountain's wrath. Can you believe this?
Wow.
Malaysia's government is blaming a group of foreign tourists. I think they're from Canada. I'll tell you in a second.
Of course.
For causing a deadly earthquake on one of the country's sacred mountains. The magnitude 5.9 earthquake on Mount Kinabalu killed at least 13 people on Friday. That according to the Associated Press. Authorities are still searching for at least 6 missing people. So that death toll could climb. On Saturday, the deputy chief minister of the state of Sabah told reporters that he believes the earthquake was caused by a group of 10 tourists who stripped naked on the mountain a few weeks ago. Tan Sri Joseph Perrin said that the earthquake was a confirmation that the mountain is sacred.
Oh, my.
And humanity cannot take it lightly. He said he had a feeling something bad was about to happen after he saw a flock of birds outside his home.
Oh.
Well, sometimes birds and dogs and animals do have a hint that something's about to happen, right?
Oh, they do. They do. The animals, they just start moving if something's going to happen.
He said, at first I didn't think anything of it. But after it went on for more than a half hour, I knew something was not well. I brought it up with my wife, and we both agreed that something bad was going to happen. The next day, I was on the way to the airport when the earthquake occurred. To me, when something like this happens, it is a clear connection of the incident to the earthquake that was brought about so much damage and loss of lives. There is almost certainly a connection, he says. We have to take this as a reminder that local beliefs and customs are not to be disrespected.
Wow.
Perrin said that Perrin is the guy's name, said that he planned to bring charges against the 5 tourists in the group who authorities have identified.
Wow.
Can you imagine being held in a country
Wow.
because you're being blamed for an earthquake?
Yeah.
Another local official, Datuk Masaidi Manjan, told the Malay Mail Online that none of the identified suspects would be allowed to leave the country until their cases were resolved.
Oh, my gosh.
The incident on May 30th has caused outrage locally with photographs of the group spreading throughout social media. A Facebook page...
Were they naked?
I think so.
Okay.
A Facebook page for the park posted some of the photos and also claimed to have posted a police report detailing the incident.
Wow. Wow.
The alleged report says that 10 foreign tourists stripped down while descending the mountain. It claims that when a person tried to rebuke them for doing so, the group told them he was stupid and to go to hell.
Oh, my gosh. How rude is that?
That is rude.
That's very rude.
Only 5 of the tourists were identified, according to the report. Those 5 were identified as Canadians. Lindsay and Danielle Peterson. Galen's going to love this one.
I know.
Dutch citizens Dylan Thomas and Eleanor Horens. and German citizen Stefan Pollner. Malaysian authorities also identified Lindsay and Danielle Peterson as the two Canadians accused in the incident, according to the Canadian press. Canadians that go to hell? That's unusual.
Yeah. Exactly.
Lindsay Peterson, who is from Saskatchewan, posted frequently on social media about his travels with his sister through Asia. His last post was on May 26th. He got naked with his sister?
Yeah,
No wonder there was an earthquake.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of kinky. That's bad.
The siblings' father... Floyd Peterson, told the Canadian press that he had no idea his children were in trouble. The son said, "Would you tell your parents you did this?" So that's why the parents said no. A Canadian Foreign Ministry spokesman told the reporters that the ministry is aware of the reports of Canadians being detained.
Well, when you're in somebody else's country,
Wow.
you respect their wishes. If that guy told them to, don't take your clothes off, you don't take your clothes off. I mean, gosh.
Absolutely, yeah.
You respect the country you're visiting. You don't try to change it or like it's yours or have an attitude about it.
Do I believe that they caused the earthquake? No.
No.
But do I believe that these kids are going to be shaken? I'm calling them kids. They're probably not kids. But anyway, do I believe that they are going to be shaken up to the point where they never disrespect somebody else's local culture again?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I do too.
The group could be charged as early as today, according to the Canadian press. Wow, what an amazing story.
It is. It is an amazing story.
All right, we'll take a little break, and then we've got a few other things we can bring up.
Nice.
All right, this is WOCA Ocala. Let me tell you what the temperature is, in case you're curious.
Okay,
No big deal this time of day.
beautiful
It's
out
67 degrees.
Nice.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a thunderstorm in parts of the area, mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior. The high 86 on the coast, 92 inland. Tonight will turn out mainly clear with a low of 69 to 73. Intervals of clouds and sun tomorrow with a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. For Wednesday, sun mixing with clouds with a couple of afternoon thunderstorms, the high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
A long-awaited win happens at Pocono. I'm Joe Moore. This is the Coca-Cola Monday Morning Race Refresher, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Enjoy the race with an ice-cold Coke, the official soft drink of NASCAR.
What does it mean to add refreshing Coca-Cola to an ordinary day? It means your family's celebrating the 5th of July. It's turning the living room floor into the best seat in the house. We're spending a weekend losing your voice while finding it. It means sitting down with a delicious Coke and interrupting the interruptions. After all, there are 364 other days that would love some fireworks. So grab an ice cold Coke and make any day a holiday. Coca-Cola, open happiness.
After leading the most laps in the last 4 Sprint Cup Series races, Martin Truex and the Furniture Row team finally closed the deal yesterday at Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania.
Well, we finally got it. That's all I can say. We finally got it. We've had a good run. We've had a great season. We've had everything it's taken to need to win races. We just hadn't got it done yet. So felt like we had the best car a few times today. I'm not sure we were. The 4 was really good at times, and we were really good. And it takes a lot of things to go your way to pull these things together, and just can't thank all my guys enough. Barney Visser, everybody at Furniture Row, everybody back in Denver for working so hard. It's a brand new race car, and they've been working really hard lately. So just proud of them and thankful to drive great race cars.
Kevin Harvick finished second yesterday with Jimmy Johnson third, Joey Logano was fourth, and Kurt Busch fifth. Matt Kenseth came in sixth, followed by Jamie McMurray, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, and Denny Hamlin. With the win, Truex gets a spot in the chase and moves to within 39 points of Kevin Harvick. Rest of the top 5 in points are Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Next stop, Michigan, next Sunday. That's the Monday Morning Race Refresher. I'm Joe Moore on the Motor Racing Network.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy. never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for listening to The Source. 68 degrees here at the studios. Nice looking Monday morning. Just a beautiful day. All right, here's an interesting thing. I actually see a connection between the blaming of the naked tourists and the earthquake and Mrs. Clinton's accusation that the Republicans are trying to stop millions of people from voting. I see a connection here.
Oh, okay.
So with that said, this is what the story says. It says Hillary Rodham Clinton accused potential Republican presidential rivals such as Jeb Bush of Florida and Scott Walker of Wisconsin on Thursday of trying to make it more difficult for millions of Americans to vote, laying down an early marker on voting rights in her Democratic presidential campaign. Speaking in Houston, Texas, Mrs. Clinton, in one of her most partisan speeches as a presidential candidate, directly criticized Walker and Bush and two other Republican presidential hopefuls, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and former Texas Governor Rick Perry. She described those current or former governors as members of a Republican vanguard that has made it more difficult for students to vote, cut the numbers of days set aside for early voting, and demanded voter ID provisions. She said, today Republicans are systematically and deliberately trying to stop millions of American citizens from voting. Clinton said this at a historically black college, Texas Southern University. She went on to say, what part of democracy are they afraid of? I believe every citizen has the right to vote, and I believe we should do everything we can to make it easier for every citizen to vote, unquote. The issue is closely watched by voters who supported President Obama by sweeping margins in 2008 and 2012, and will be an important constituency for Clinton to mobilize in next year's election. She received an award named the Barbara Jordan Award, the late Texas Congresswoman and civil rights leader, and the event came a little more than a week before Clinton is scheduled to deliver a major speech in New York that aides are billing as a formal campaign kickoff. So her big complaint is that early voting was not early enough. And these are my words now. I mean, am I understanding this right?
Yes.
Is that what you've taken out of this?
Yes, I am.
So her big complaint about the governors that she named, including former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, is that early voting wasn't early enough, and that voter ID, requiring a voter ID, somehow disenfranchises voters, specifically voters with less income and students. Did I understand that right?
Yes.
Am I paraphrasing it correctly?
Yep, that's what she said.
And in Malaysia, they think some naked tourists caused an earthquake.
Yes.
Do you see the connection here?
I do.
It's like saying the sky is blue, therefore the turtle walks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I could have come up with something better than that.
Yeah, but
there's no connection.
No.
There's no connection. Early voting is a good idea. I will give her that.
Yeah, and we do it here.
Early voting is a good idea. I don't see how voter ID is disenfranchising. I don't understand that at all. If you do see it and you want to show it to me, I'd love to hear it, but I don't get that at all.
Everybody has to be identified when you go vote.
I think everybody who votes has the same regulations and rules as everybody else.
Yes.
So how is it that a student or somebody with less thing. Okay, here's what I can understand. I can understand when it's only Tuesday, when that's the only day you can vote, how it might be difficult for some people. Mm-hmm. But early voting has existed. It's not like it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
And voter ID, forget that. I mean, how can you say we don't need voter ID? How can you not have that?
Yeah. Everybody has a driver's license. If you don't have a driver's license and you're a student, you have a student ID card. If you don't have a student ID card, you have a state of Florida ID card with your picture on it. I mean, everybody has it, unless you're illegal and can't vote and want to sneak in to vote.
So let me go back to the article. Directly challenging Republicans by name, which Clinton has largely avoided, she plunged into a partisan debate over voting rights that has rolled state houses across the country. Democrats contend restricting voter access and registration purposely aims to suppress turnout among minority and low-income voters.
Now, how is that? I don't understand.
Republicans say the voting changes are crucial to guard against voter fraud. Under Scott Walker, from your home state of Wisconsin, voters are required proof of residency except for overseas and military voters. The state shortened the early voting period and increased residency requirements.
Okay, so they cut it from 14 days to 10 or something?
I don't know. In a statement, Walker responded to the criticism leveled by Hillary, saying, Hillary Clinton's rejection of efforts to make it easier to vote and harder to cheat not only defies logic, but the will of the majority of Americans. Once again, Hillary Clinton's extreme views are far outside the mainstream. So he agrees with me that it's similar to the naked people causing the earthquake.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Those kids shouldn't have been rude, but they didn't cause the earthquake.
And voting's a privilege, so you better have your ducks in a row when you go to that voting booth. Have your ID
It's
ready.
easy. It's so easy to do this. Okay, Clinton said that in New Jersey, Chris Christie had vetoed a bill to extend early voting. And she said, as Florida's governor, Jeb Bush had conducted a deeply flawed purge of eligible voters by having the names of people who were mistakenly thought to be felons removed from voting rolls. Well, that part's true.
Yeah.
That part's true.
But they fixed it.
But that part's true. But that's not the same thing as saying the early voting...
Yeah, you can't, low-income people and students won't be able to vote because they don't have ID.
I can't believe that this is the one thing that she's pulling out as the primary thing to get voters to pay attention to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Perry, who announced his presidential campaign earlier Thursday, approved laws in Texas that discriminated against minority voters, Clinton said. Approved laws in Texas that discriminated against minority voters.
I wonder what that could be.
Republicans, Clinton said, should stop fear-mongering about a phantom epidemic of election fraud and start explaining why they're so scared of letting citizens have their say. What?
Well, you've got a whole year and 6 months for everybody to go register to vote, or if you think you're registered, make sure your name's on the ballot thing, and get your picture ID. So there will be no reason when you go to vote that you will be turned away. You've got a year and 6 months to do it.
Clinton said the United States should take dramatic steps to expand the right to vote with universal automatic voter registration for young people, and a new national standard of no fewer than 20 days of early in-person voting, including weekend and evening voting.
Well, we do that here.
We don't have 20 days, do we? I think we have 14.
Yeah, we have 14, but we have weekend voting into the evening. I mean,
as far as that specific thing goes, I have no problem with 20 days of early voting.
Right.
But if you're going to do that, then you should have rules regarding the debates.
Mm-hmm.
You should have all major debates take place before the beginning of that 20-day period.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense to force candidates, especially third-party candidates, to be part of a debate after people have already started voting.
Yeah, exactly. That's stupid.
In the home state of President Lyndon Johnson, architect of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, Clinton said the Supreme Court ruling had eviscerated the law, making it more likely that minority voters, the elderly, and others would face consequences.
The elderly.
Well, earlier it was students. Now it's the elderly.
I know. First it's students, now it's elderly.
Democrats have signaled plans for a large-scale legal fight against new voter ID laws and efforts to curtail voting access. Party attorneys recently filed legal challenges to voting changes made by Republican lawmakers in the presidential battleground states of Ohio and Wisconsin. One of the attorneys involved in the lawsuits is Mark Elias, a top elections lawyer for Democrats who is also serving as the Clinton campaign general counsel. The campaign is not officially involved in the lawsuits.
Gee.
I don't know. Let's see. First of all, I don't agree. Mm-hmm. I think early voting is a good thing, but I don't think it needs to be 20 days, but I'm fine with 20 days. Mm-hmm. I think we should have new rules regarding debates. I don't think third-party candidates who are really viable candidates should go unheard in the debates.
Exactly.
I think they should be included in the debates, and by third-party candidates, I don't just mean one third-party candidate, unless there's only really one that's rising to the surface.
Yeah.
But we've had our share of third-party candidates that really were rising to the surface, mm-hmm. and they were excluded from the debates.
Yeah, and they paid their money to get on the ballot.
So they did everything, whatever they did, whether it was money or signatures. Mm-hmm. So as far as 20 days, I'm okay with that. But do something about the debates. But the other part of it, in my mind, is to say that you have a 14-day. That's not enough. You need an ID. That's not good. You should allow people to vote without an ID.
Yeah, how do you know they're who they are?
This is the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And then the other part of this is simply this. You mean to tell me, with stories about ISIS, with stories about Palestine, with stories about North Korea, with stories about China,
yeah,
even environmental stories are bigger than this, or more important than this.
Exactly.
And this is the main thing you're bringing to the table?
Yeah.
Come on.
Remember Benghazi.
The nude tourists did not cause the earthquake.
No.
Same thing here. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama and other leaders talking about terror at the G7 meetings in Germany.
Guests including the Iraqi Prime Minister and the new Nigerian President, both invited to discuss the fight against militant groups like ISIS and Boko Haram. G7 leaders also discussing climate change, perhaps emerging with a pledge on limiting global temperature rises.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen at the summit. A $100,000 reward now being offered for information leading to the capture of 2 convicted killers who escaped from a prison in upstate New York. The inmates used power tools to drill through cell walls. He snaps a 69-race losing streak.
Martin Truex Jr. wins Pocono for his 3rd Sprint Cup triumph. Good job.
The call on Fox Sports 1. Kevin Harvick was second and still leads the overall standings. Truex is second. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Bay.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars on termite retreat fees? If you're not with Turner Pest Control, you probably are. Turner Pest Control offers the industry's only termite and pest control package that never charges retreat fees, ever. You can get started today for only $99. This is a value of $500 or more. This includes treatments, installation of monitoring stations, quarterly pest control, and a lifetime guarantee, all for an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit turnerpest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great.